Hello, everyone. If you've kept up with me in any way, then you probably know that I have this habit of appearing and then disappearing, and then coming back and uploading some stuff and then disappearing once again for extended periods of time. And if you followed me, you also probably realized that this last time it was like pretty serious. I unlisted everything on my YouTube except for my tribute video to Corrupted Pyro. I deactivated my TikTok and I privated my Instagram account. And I feel like it's time for me to really explain why I did what I did. And to be honest, it's pretty simple. The short version is that the namesake of the Mama Pancake just brought on a lot of negative memories for me, both from the expectations that others had of me because I was seen as a top player of sorts, and the expectations I set upon myself because of that moniker that was bestowed upon me. And it just made me much more anxious, and it stressed me out to think that, like, oh man, I'm the Mama Pancake. I should be playing better. I should be getting better scores. I should be working harder to improve like my contemporaries have been. That pressure that came from trying to live up the expectations I had about myself and the expectations that I felt that others had of me just brought forth so much stress that it made me hate looking back at my old scores and seeing that they've already been beaten by miles. And just, it made me upset to think that maybe I'm not as good as a player that people think me as. Or maybe I'm not as good of a player as I thought myself to be. And thinking that, unfortunately, really damaged my mental when it came to my confidence in my own ability, whether it be in video games, whether it be in music, whether it be in any sort of other hobby that I carry, or even academics. I just felt overwhelmed completely and utterly, and I needed to step away. And seeing all of those videos that I used to be proud of that no longer made me feel good about what I've accomplished made me angry. And I thought that it's probably better for me to just unlist them and just forget about them. And honestly, it was. But on top of all those expectations, the truth of the matter is, if you've been in the Fortnite Festival community, like whether it be in like servers, or even you just have friends that are in servers and have talked about it, you probably know this. I have been targeted and harassed in this community from pretty much the day that I came out on September 4th of 2024 to even as recently as this week. I have been harassed, I have been insulted, I have been dragged through the mud, I have had my name defiled, I've been called any and all sorts of swears, I've been misgendered intentionally. For certain scenarios, people even grabbed like an unflattering picture of myself and edited it in a bunch of ways, such as like me grabbing somebody and like covering their mouth from the back, like you've seen that meme probably. To be honest, even though I'm a strong-willed person, in that a lot of the time the people that are doing this are projecting in some sort of way, whether it be that they're envious that I'm living my life and that I'm happy in spite of everything, in spite of the difficulties that come with it, or whether it be that they have things going on in their personal lives that make them want to lash out, and I happen to be a prime target for that. Even though it doesn't get to me because I know what I am and who I am, and I'm confident and comfortable in that. And I know that, like, these words and insults that come from people that I've never met and never will meet in my life, it still sucks to read all that. And to be honest, even though it doesn't hurt, it's still just tiring to see every 2-3 months somebody said some absolutely heinous shit about me. And my friends, being the good friends they are, they're like, yo, this person is saying some absolutely disgusting shit about you. So I kind of wanted to fly a little more under the radar by removing my social media presence in order to prevent something like that from happening again. But I had an epiphany. I came to the realization that everything that I did, every achievement I ever got, every record I ever broke, every leaderboard position on Overwatch that I ever got to, I did it for me. I did it because I enjoyed it. I did it because I had fun getting on the game and trying to beat my own personal best. I enjoyed that feeling of improving and getting better. And I'm still extremely proud of a lot of the achievements that I made. That some of the records that I still hold to this day. I didn't do it for anybody else or because anybody else told me, oh, you should get that or you have to get that. I did that because I wanted to. And realizing that, I've decided that I'm going to enlist from my username change onwards the videos that I feel are most important in my gaming journey to this point. Even if I have some impressive records from before I changed my username to the Mama Pancake, they'll remain unlisted just because they remind me of, well, harder times in my life. My TikTok is going to remain unlisted or deactivated, and it's not because of any particular reason, it's just unneeded stress. I feel like I have to manage and cut down my content and edit it in a way that's a lot more easily consumed for TikTok audiences. Anyways, I would like to thank everybody that stood by me. Everybody that, even when my name was getting dragged through the mud, they had the decency to tell me, you are a good person. When the bigotry came, they reminded me that a lot of the time it was either envy or projection, or even simply just stood by me in those hard times that I had due to my own personal issues that was and still am dealing with, or through hardships that came my way at any point during my time in this community. And yeah, if you made it to the end, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it a lot. And I wouldn't have made this video if I didn't feel like it was necessary for me to address it. So thank you.